We'll probably get the sun coming up over that ridge in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, here it comes, yes.
Yeah.
If you had to, could you live in the wild without going anywhere near a shop?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I could live 100% on foraged foods.
What have we got here?
So we've got some fresh growth wild peas or sweet pea, and we've just got the tendrils. So these are nice and crunchy, quite a sweet pea flour. We can just use these in a salad. For me, foraging covers everything that fishing and hunting doesn't, as far as gathering wild foods goes. Well, it's a few wild, just red clover flowers. Really nice in a salad, add a bit of sweetness and crunch. Native Lemonwood, so this species has a beautiful lemony flavour in the leaves, and we can use that when cooking seafood. So we might get some just to put in with some Greenlip mussels. Yeah, there's a real spontaneity to it, yeah. That's one of the exciting things about foraging, is you never really know what you're going to find. Often you can set out with something in mind that you're after and then just stumble across other things. Fantastic Italian parsley here.
Do you ever buy veggies?
Not many, no. It is a saying that I believe is very true. The best cuisines in the world come from peasant cultures. Quite an intense sort of brassica flavour, so very versatile wildflower.
Is it a risky business?
I've never had any incidents of being sick from eating wild or foraged foods, but there certainly are some species out there that for the inexperienced forager would potentially be fatal. We've got a spring coming out of the hillside here, so we've got a bed of some fresh growth watercress. So you're always thinking about the sort of microclimates and the drainage in areas we forage.
So what have you found?
Silverbeet that's just escaped probably from someone's garden. So we're just going to get the fresh growth, very luxuriant.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah. And so yeah, it's just basically a wild garden growing along the shoreline. Lots, a fair bit of scrambling up and down banks foraging.
Well, you got enough?
Yeah, I think we've got a good selection there. Nice balance of flavours.
How's Peter Langlands got to be doing this?
It's pretty much a lifelong journey. Oh, great selection, just 5 minutes, so yeah. Typically we'd find 50 to 75 wild edible greens just along the foreshore here. So there's some Horopito here, which is a fantastic native shrub. It's got a beautiful hot flavour, so we can use this as a substitute for chilli. But Banks Peninsula is a real place in the heart for foraging. It's sort of where I grew up. Because of its 2 volcanic craters, there's a lot of hidden spaces on the peninsula, and as a forager, you probably couldn't find richer foraging grounds in New Zealand. Yeah, some really large Greenlip mussels. You see in between the 2 shells there's a green stripe. That's why they're named Greenlip mussels. They're very sensitive to pathogens in the environment, or to bugs in the environment. With the mussels, we've got a limit of 50 per person per day, which is quite generous because the mussels are really large.
What are you finding?
Well, I found some Pacific oysters, and to my knowledge this is the first record of Pacific oysters in Akaroa Harbour. Here's a pie crust crab.
Edible?
Yes, very much overlooked species. The Wakame, it's an introduced species that arrived into New Zealand in the 1980s from the hulls of ships. What we might do is just walk back along the shoreline, and we've got some native ice plant and native celery, and just grab a few more wild greens to go with lunch today. It's a succulent, yeah, so it's just got a crunch, slight hint of umami flavour profile. A slightly tangy, salty flavour. Yeah, well, COVID-19's really lifted people's interest in foraging because it's one of the few activities that people were able to do on their local walks during the lockdown. Yeah, this is my friend Craig, and he's the chef out on the peninsula, and we've just going to cook together a meal using the foraged ingredients we found today.
So in the pot we've got mussels that we've foraged from out here. We've got just cooked in a little bit of seawater, some wild parsley, a little bit of lemonwood leaf, and then some stalk of wild fennel. And that's just going to infuse and give us a nice little flavour. I'm actually a chef at a luxury lodge called Allandale in Banks Peninsula. Guests love to be able to have the old, sort of paddock to plate sort of style.
Keep the juices, and maybe we could steam some seaweeds and some greens in there, eh? And it's just amazing how it changes colour, isn't it? It goes from brown to bright green.
Since the lockdown, I think people are going back to how it was back in the old days, where they grew everything and made their own bread, and it's a no-brainer to be able to go out and forage something and it's you know where everything comes from.
It's amazing.